Peace, peace, everybody. Welcome to another Black Space Live show. This one is going to be a banger. Make sure you stay tuned.
Black space is a place for us.
Real people with real issues.
Discussing real topics.
Black space.
A safe space for our community.
Peace, peace, Black Space Live audience. We are back for round two. I'm telling you that this one, if you missed last week, you definitely missed some jewels, but this one, you definitely want to make sure that you slow down, replay, share out. You know what I'm saying? It's been an eventful week. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let my guests introduce themselves one by one, starting with Mr. Bankroll, and then we're going to work our way down and around to the whichever way. I don't know whether it's left or right, you know what I'm saying? But down
It's
and
all
around.
good. No doubt. Bankroll Wealth Builders in the building. Y'all already know what the time it is. You can find me anywhere on any social media platform. I'm not on all the rest of the social media platforms. I'm just on the main ones. I'm only on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram and Facebook. All the rest of that, you ain't gonna be able to find me. So that's where I'm at. That's where you can find me anywhere where Bankroll Wealth Builders is found.
Thanks for joining us this evening, Bankroll and Mr. Crypto MD. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know where the audience can find you, sir.
What's going on, family? Michael Douglas, aka the Crypto MD. My main platform right now is Facebook. I'm also on Instagram as Michael Douglas TV. Haven't posted on there in a while, but you can reach out to me through the DMs over there. Also, the same on Twitter, Mike D TV on Twitter actually, and that's pretty much where I'm at. I got a few decentralized platforms, but they ain't probably ready for all those, so we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me at.
Word, word. And our surprise guest. Oh my
Hey,
goodness, I need a round of applause for Mr.
little
Walt Knows
Brody.
Money, fellow Libra in the house.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, player.
I'm sure straight to the point. It's Walt Knows Money from Chicago. So I'm the guy that helps you make money every 4 seconds, right? That's who I am. So if you don't know where to find me, you can find me on all platforms everywhere in the universe at Walt Knows Money, right? Just look up Walt Knows Money. Google it, YouTube it. If I was you, I'd pre-search it.
Word, word.
Real talk.
We gonna get
Real
into
Yeah.
talk.
how you help people make money every 4 seconds. But I want to get into what first. We're gonna get into the latest news just off the back of our previous show and what's been going on this week. I don't know which event happened first because I was focused on studying trading, which whatever. But something happened between Tuesday and Thursday. Couple things happened. One, XRP and the case with the XRP and SEC finalized itself. BlackRock got approval to be an ETF, and something happened with Algorand. I'm gonna start with Walt Knows Money. What do you know about any of these news events? And let us know, some details and what that means for us in the crypto world.
Okay. Algorand. Y'all, we're going to start with that big A. We're going to start with Algorand. So what happened with Algorand was basically the number one protocol with the largest TVL, with the biggest amount of liquidity, holding the most equity, the company that controlled most of the whole ecosystem for the blockchain, decided that they gonna quit. They're afraid of something, something's off, obviously something wrong. So they shutting it down. The website is officially a withdrawal only platform. So only withdrawals. That's a good thing though. So most people that don't know think it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because AlgoFi specifically was just a place to hold your money, earn some yield, do a few things. Like me and Bankroll went over AlgoFi a few times while we were actually talking about the new champion in the room. You know, we bumped into the bank token that AlgoFi had. So obviously they've been losing a lot of steam. They lost like a few hundred million due to this bear market.
Hmm.
So I guess they're just hitting their liquidation margin, getting tapped basically.
Okay. Okay.
So they got to just call it quits before they have a bad taste in their mouth. That's how I'm looking at it. So that's the con for them. The pro for us, we use Folks Finance, which is a similar protocol that also has just as much TVL and liquidity. Like I watched that protocol go from, let's just say, like 17th place to the number one spot on Algorand. It's the number one spot on Algorand ecosystem right now. Ain't that some shit, Bankroll? Ain't that some shit? Like out of
No,
all things,
it really is, bro.
they still don't got debt swap, man.
Hey, but that downtrend money still printing, ain't it?
They do. It print
And
every
we gonna get into that because I
Yeah.
definitely want you. Like I can't wait until you touch on when we get to that banking aspect because
okay.
I listened to one of your classes this morning and I was blown away. Um, so just keeping it on the news of this week. That's a good thing because not only is Algo ISO 2022 uh protocol token or
Yep,
I
coin.
don't
It's a coin.
coin. Um, you are going to later tell us or at least expose to us the banking aspect using this. But before we get into that, we want to make sure that people understand what happened with this SEC and XRP judgment and what that means for XRP holders. What's your take on that, Michael? Since you actually predicted that court case closing last week.
Yeah, I'm still like still like, mind blown about that. I
Yeah.
knew it was gonna happen this month, but had no idea it was gonna be last week. So but just to, make sure people are clear on this, this is really just the first stage. This is actually what you call a summary judgment.
Okay.
So when you're doing civil suit, summary judgment, that's like the first hurdle to get over.
Okay.
And I speak about this from experience because when I was locked up, I actually filed my own lawsuit pro se
Hmm.
and won summary judgment. You know, so as far as summary judgment, it's just the first step in the process. So I don't want people to think like this is just the end all be all. This is just the beginning.
So they could still possibly lose? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's possible, but how deep down the rabbit hole are we going? Like, how can you lose when you on both sides? Like, I'm just gonna throw it out
Exactly.
there. Come on,
Okay.
man. Like this is what this is
Private
what they do.
banking.
This is what they do. You can't lose.
Create the problem and
Problem,
capitalize off the
reaction, solution, all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We are. This is black space, right? This is what
yeah,
y'all do over here, right?
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. So yeah,
Absolutely.
like that's what it is. Like that's what them people do. Um, you know. But yeah, what was the next? You had something else
Well,
on that?
what it means for bag holders of XRP because we
Oh,
not
okay, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
on that
yeah,
side. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. So it's my take. This is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm not gonna go ahead and say, well, it's gonna get to this amount or this price or that price. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Hmm.
But I will say this is just the beginning, and it's gonna be a lot more action coming with this next hurdle.
Okay. Okay. And Bankroll, what you think about BlackRock and this ETF approval that I think people knew was going to happen, but I mean, and you can touch on any of the subjects, but I came to you because I mean, I feel like you're gonna give us an in-depth play with this one.
BlackRock filing and getting their ETF approval doesn't mean anything positive for cryptocurrency.
Not even
It doesn't.
Bitcoin?
No, no, ma'am.
Wow. Okay.
No, it doesn't. Because let me explain. So let's say you own one Bitcoin, right?
Mhm.
You own one Bitcoin, and you decide to create a ETF. All an ETF is just fractional ownership.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And you determine the price for that fractional ownership. So really, that ETF is really nothing more than just a piece of paper saying that you own part of a Bitcoin. You can
Oh,
own Bitcoin yourself. So them now it's gonna pump the market come Monday with news. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna open it up and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, BlackRock is coming into the market." Unless they're bringing in trillions at a time, it's not going to explode the market. And really, it's just a lot of fluff because we already been on the uptrend with Bitcoin per se at the beginning of the year, and there was no mention of BlackRock's ETF.
right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that BlackRock is the reason why Bitcoin is up right now. No, I can't say that. As far as XRP goes, it was not deemed a security. So when you don't promise any profit to your holders or the people who purchase your token, then that means that you are not labeled as a security and you're just labeled pretty much as a use case token,
Mhm.
which XRP is.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's my whole take on it right now.
I have a question about the ETF thing. So pretty
Okay.
much, if I understand correctly, by BlackRock getting approval to be an ETF, does that mean that like now um they can actually or corporations, big corporations can actually start like utilizing because they can start utilizing Bitcoin on paper?
Yeah,
Do I understand that correctly?
yeah. That's basically all it is. They're utilizing Bitcoin on paper. That's all it is.
Okay. Because they
So
demonized it first and said that it was like money laundering, and now they
how
just
many
giving them
how many Bitcoins does BlackRock own right now?
Hmm.
a, a lot.
More than me.
Exactly.
Yeah, a
And
lot.
they demonized it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I'm
So
saying.
they,
They
they
don't.
they they pretty much washing their own money with this is pretty much what you're saying. They
Yeah,
cleaning themselves up.
Hey, to
yeah.
me,
It's a
it's,
liquidity grab. Let's say, for instance, if I have 100 Bitcoin and I don't want to sell 100 Bitcoin, what do? You make a copy. What's the copy? A ETF.
It's
All you
almost like
doing is exchanging paper. That's all you're doing.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
It's almost like fractional reserve banking, but in a different way.
That's exactly what it is.
And we gonna
private.
get it like yeah. I can't wait to touch on that. But before we get there, before we get there, since we have discussed these three different events that happened this week, something else came up with XRB being deemed as a cryptocurrency and not a security.
Hmm.
It brought up the intrinsic value of different types of cryptocurrencies that's all in the market right now. The
Hmm.
so being labeled as a crypto commodity, which Bitcoin is,
Hmm.
crypto securities and cryptocurrencies, and what each of those mean. Um,
Hmm.
in my mind, I only want to know what each of them mean when it comes to my capital gains tax. However, what should a person that's holding or diversifying their bag be looking out for when it comes to these different types of crypto? And do I want to hold more of one than the other because they're all managed by what? CFTC, SEC, FCC, and it's like what you know, can somebody kind of go into
Let
that
me
in
go. I'm
Go
anxious.
go
ahead, Walt.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Walt, because I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Give it a thought, Walt. Give it a thought.
First, I want to finish this thought.
Okay.
Due to the fact that XRP is now considered a digital asset, specifically a cryptocurrency,
Hmm.
personally, I look at it, it's just like a Zelle. It's a way for you to transmit. Remember, that's all it is. It's just you transmitting, remitting, right? Medium of exchange. Don't ever forget that we are always just exchanging value in every form of transaction.
Mhm.
So I lost money with that shit. I want to make sure we all on the same page. Due to the fact that XRP is now the number one cryptocurrency. That's the thing. Like XRP is now the number one cryptocurrency.
Right.
Bitcoin is the number one crypto and number one crypto commodity.
Yeah.
Why? This is why everybody says it's like digital gold, right? And because it's a commodity, it's limited. It's just like silver, gold. It's what's the word I'm looking for?
It's heavy. That's what Bankroll said.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one way.
It's heavy.
It's real heavy.
With other
Very
big
heavy.
companies, right? But with XRP, it's more of us doing a commercial transaction. Bitcoin's supposed to be where you stack that value up.
Store value.
So
Yeah.
Bitcoin like this, and we're gonna grab XRP right here. If anything, I'll buy Bitcoin with my XRP. Personally, right? Because I know for a fact that XRP gonna be right there. It's gonna be circulating, right? They got instant payments. They got on-demand liquidity. Bankroll, you and me, we dig deep into liquidity, right? Most people don't understand liquidity, and Ripple is the company. XRP is the product. Now you got to know business so you can understand the games, the chess moves that's happening too, right? This has been strategically happening. What we're in the law, like Mike said, you playing both sides. So you telling me you got a chess piece that's attacking your other piece to make everybody that's watching the game think that there's a big battle going on, but y'all already got plenty of documents signed, sealed, and delivered that says this is what we're going to be rolling out for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. And then now the announcement, so let everybody that know what's going on, like get ready. Okay, so we at stage one, like Mike said. Okay, we got the cryptocurrency part out the way. So now we good to go. Anybody that do what we do, follow us, they're going to be good to go. And then they're going to find somebody else to pick on, something else to pick on. Like now they got to kind of back up a little bit because they don't want to waste taxpayer dollars, right? Steady trying to attack people for the same thing. If you lost this one, think about Bill Gates and Microsoft, right? Think about alcohol, think about marijuana, think about drugs, pharmaceuticals. All of these things were once what?
Illegal.
Now the new hustle, the new game, the big thing to do is money laundering, right? Data siphoning, controlling people's information, fraud, right? Fraud. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Fraud is big. It's at an all-time high, they say. Right?
Yeah.
And who's the main culprit? The banks and the credit, the consumer reporting agencies, the government agencies. These are the people that are monetizing and profiting off of everybody's information and everybody's hard work.
Yeah.
But now we have a decentralized private opportunity, right? Because you still got to know what you're doing, because you could think something is private and decentralized until you dig at it, and now your money trapped and you stuck and you like, damn, this ain't what I thought it was.
Right.
Well, I'm big on education. All of us, we're big on education, right? Because how can you get money if you don't know what money is? How
People do it all the time, but it's like they lose it just as quick as they get it.
Because they don't know what they have. They don't understand value.
Right.
Nope.
You know, so
They do not understand value. Oh my God.
XRP is the value right now. Anybody right now, if you can get XRP under $1, it's a buy for me, right? And this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
XRP under $1. Back to that Algorand thing though. So the number one spot on Algo got pushed off from AlgoFi. They can't do the job no more. So the platform folks finance now just took $63 million. So mind you, $63 million came from that old platform to the new platform, but the price of Algorand did not jump. That's a sign that only money was moved and not put in the market or taken out the market.
Yeah.
Only way you see that is if you're watching the numbers, right? And I'm only watching the numbers to see what they're doing with the asset. I don't really care whether the price is going up or down because I know how to make money no matter what. But when the price go up, I'll make a lot more though. Let's make sure we clear. That's why you stack up and you build the bag. So what I did with the profits from Thursday, I diversified. I took some profits on Thursday, and then I just sprinkled it onto my other bag. My bag shot up anyway, so I just added to them. Right? Instant DCA, real quick. I'm gonna pass the ball to Mike. What you think about the BlackRock ETF, man?
To be honest with you, I haven't really been looking into the BlackRock ETF. I mean, like that's kind of like BlackRock is so deep into these markets. Like I wasn't expecting that to even come up. I was thinking more so about finishing a lot of stuff we left unfinished last week. But
Like
as
what?
far as what the BRICS conversation for one, like we was talking about BRICS last week.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of digging on that. And what else did we talk about? I think the dynamic entities, and we can get back into that too. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the stuff that we said we was going to finish up, I thought. But anyway.
Yeah. We are.
But as far as BlackRock, like they I can't really add too much to the conversation. I agree with pretty much what Bankroll was kicking on that. And like I said, I haven't really done any digging in that the last week or so. So I'm kind of a little bit behind on that.
No. It's all good. You bring up a good point because when it comes to XRP and Bitcoin, a lot of opinions that are being spewed kind of have a Americanized view and not really an international view. So when you bring up BRICS, you know what I'm saying, and these other countries that are utilizing Bitcoin or XRP already, a lot of people don't really see, like, if somebody was to say, I've seen people say, throw numbers around with XRP, like, oh, it can go up to $50, and some people even say $1 million a coin, and it's like, oh, that's outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It's only such and such money in the market, and the S&P has such and such amount of money in the market, and it's like, okay, the S&P is only in the United States of America. Do you realize that this? And I'm not saying that they're right or wrong when they're coming up with their predictions, but I'm just saying that when I listen to the reasons why people may get emotional or negate it, it doesn't even make sense, because you're not even thinking about global money. Like, this is money from around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, it's like, okay, if the man from Visa can make 0.1% off of each transaction and be a multimillionaire, like, it's somebody that does that. I don't know his name, but it's somebody that actually has that job. Listen. I done already wrote a graph, and I'm about to swing it your way. Hold on, trust me.
Paid per transaction too.
We go get there, but it's like, if you think about it, with XRP being a store of value and a currency, and currency is energy, and if we're talking about the energy of the globe, I think it's. Do you think it's very likely, being as though these people playing both sides, that not only BRICS, I mean, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and jump in. So, good, interesting question. And I just figured this part out probably this week. They have so BRICS has been around for 14 years. Well, actually, hold on, let me go back. The term was created in 2001. That's 22 years ago.
Okay.
They had their first meeting 14 years ago.
When did Gaddafi die?
What was that? Barack, right?
Between 2008,
16, 8, 12, and 16.
All right. So, in BRICS when? 2001?
The term was coined in 2001 by Jim O'Neill from Goldman Sachs. He was working for Goldman Sachs. He came up with the term. So this has been what I'm getting at is this is nothing new. It's been brewing for a while, a long time, and it's because the USD is trash globally. Back to your point, what you're talking about. We're thinking about the US. People are so limited in their thinking, they don't realize that USD is the global currency that controls the world, supposedly, or used to, right? So my point is, when it comes to BRICS and XRP, like they already have their own currency. It's called the BRIC.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and out of the 195 countries or nations on the planet, between 40 and 180, I know it's a big range. I'm just giving you the numbers that I've been coming across, but between 40 and 180 are either already with BRICS. Actually, my fact, let me back up. It's not even BRICS anymore, it's BRICS Plus.
LGBTQIA.
Yeah, there they go. That's where they're going with it. It's BRICS Plus now. So, and it's between 40 and 180 countries on the planet are either already down or trying to get down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And you
let that
think that
land.
do you think that
Go
they
ahead.
trying to get down because it's actually backed by something, and
That
or they
part,
just tired of the U.S.
all of
and
that.
its
They're
bullshit?
tired of the U.S. foot on their neck. They're tired of the same old what do you call it, the status quo. And I was watching, I forget who it was, one of those African country leaders today. He was talking about like if you don't have your own, if you have to do business outside your borders with other currency, you're always at a disadvantage, and they're
Yeah,
tired of it.
yeah, yeah. That's fact.
The average person don't think about the stuff
Nah,
countries think about, like tariffs, embargoes, and
you're right.
what's the other one? Sanctions and stuff like that.
Sanctions and all that. Yeah, yeah. All
Yeah,
that,
all that. They don't
all
care
that
about
stuff.
that.
It's like
That's
a
why.
show right now.
You know,
That's why I really think it's important that we come here and we talk about stuff like this because it's so easy to get caught up in US
Distractions.
media propaganda. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And get tied up in that and it's like, yo, do
Hmm.
you really realize what's going on in the global politic on the world stage? You know what I'm saying? And where we
Yeah.
rank on it. You know, it's kind of sad and I mean even with, even some more news that happened this week, people was doing that some app, some AI app where everybody was comparing it to Black Mirror and don't sign up for it because you sign your rights away, but you're on Facebook now. You know what I'm saying? Who got sued for doing the same thing
Keep
only
going.
to change their name and do the same thing plus more.
Keep
You know
going.
what I'm saying? Like,
Keep going.
so it's like
it's
Keep going.
business. It's not
We
personal.
already,
it's
we
not personal.
already,
That's what I'm saying.
we
So why
are
not capital?
already here.
We
It,
already
it,
here. You
we are
ain't nowhere to run, ain't nowhere to hide. So might as well capitalize. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Like how are you
exactly,
capitalizing? How are
exactly.
you being prepared?
Yeah.
That's why these conversations are so important because I want to push people mind forward. And I know I can't do it by myself. My mind go 100 miles per hour and I still be just trying to catch up and out of breath. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like I
Know the
like to
feeling.
bring thought leaders on so we can,
For sure.
push each other's mind forward so that iron sharpens iron and then display it to the world so that people can get their families in order. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because we are already here. So this
Yeah.
brings me to this. Hopefully, can y'all see this?
Uh, it's
Can
probably
y'all see
my
this?
phone. I
It
could see
says
it, but I
it
can't make
says
it out.
Wait,
it
Automation.
says slave wage
Wait.
investment and automation,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
So we come from these are the different types of economies. And if you
Right.
notice, you can notice different types of news propaganda in those economies where you might
Hmm.
be pushing a race conversation. You know what I'm saying? You might be,
Hmm.
that's how the people in the office got in now, Black Lives Matter and all these other different things. And that's literally a couple economies ago. People still talking about, oh, it's not fair, and folks at a disadvantage, and gotta this, that, and the third. Then you got the wage economy, which people was battling over. Oh, we should raise minimum wage to $15 an hour. This, that, and the third. Not realizing robots coming and it doesn't even matter. And inflation is coming, so it doesn't even matter. Then you got the investment economy, which is where we are now. When everybody's accumulating and investing in smart investments. But think about the people who not even where we are yet as we enter into the automated economy. And even me being in the investment economy and making it to the investment economy, being here and being present, knowing that the automated economy is here and like we're going there. I listened to brother Walt Knows Money and I still was blown away because he will sit I don't want you to have a class right now, but I just want you to I just want you to let these
Still
people
do it.
know that literally you don't have to how money is automated now. Like I just want you to break that down to the people. Like we are in the Jetsons era, whether you want to be there or not. Please go ahead and just like break that down real quick for the
Okay,
folks.
before I do that, I want to plug my spoken word mixtape. You can go to my YouTube and check out my spoken word mixtape. It's called the Compound Interest Tape. Okay, also available on NFT.
Oh wow. Okay.
Now, what was the question?
This for every 4 seconds a
Right,
compounded
you talking
like
about the private banking. So
okay.
yeah, we make money every 4 seconds off compound interest. The same way people been making money for a long time. Like I got a pretty stat that I put in my video earlier. The stock market been around 231 years. Nice little fun fact, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
And then America been around what 280, 275, something like that, 300 years, right?
Mhm.
As far as on paper and incorporated all that good stuff as a
For
business,
sure.
right? So that's 300 years of the parent company in business. And then 231 years after that, they set up their own lottery, their own bank, their own clique of people that can control all of the paperwork,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right? And now it's what, 200 some years, 300 some years later. And now they've created something for them to break that down even more and leverage it, right? Because they already control. There's no way for either one of us on this call right now to go acquire 3% of the entire stock market.
Right.
Just Wall Street. We're not talking about the other exchanges in London and Japan, right? Let's just keep it here,
Right. Right.
because those are pretty big themselves. So
Hmm.
that right there just shows you, like, but one pretty thing is we're going to see all of those central currencies, the yen, won, euro, USD, all of that is going to be converted into cryptocurrency.
Hmm.
That requires a transaction,
Hmm.
right? That requires a trade-off. And because I know how blockchain technology works, I will be able to position myself and my family and my students and those in my network to profit from that information, from that news, from that knowledge, right? Just imagine every time $1, €1, €1, €1, $1 gold, $1 silver, some corn, some wheat, some groceries are sold, some sex is given out, right? Every time it happens, we get paid off of the transaction, right? And this is what I live off of. I live off of other people's transactions.
And what we
Every
got to be mindful of is on the blockchain, like what's coming is everything is going to be transactional.
Yep.
Mhm.
Everything.
Yep.
Like,
And the benefit, though, this is a pro for me. There's no personal information required to participate in decentralized finance, right?
That's
And when I say decentralized finance, you can equate that to private equity. So if you don't know what private equity is, look up private equity. Decentralized finance is the normal, not gonna say normal, the regular, I don't even want to say, yeah, the regular person's way of getting into finance. And you don't have to know all of that credit score, and you don't even have to know assets minus liabilities and all of that. Actually, you just need to know, what do I physically have to do to increase my dollar value, my net worth? I was just having a call before I came on here with y'all about net worth. Using the private banking, using some of the strategies I got from Bankroll, helping some of the people that I got from Mike, I've created a classroom and a strategy to teach other people how to make money every 4 seconds, right?
that's, hey,
And
yo.
and we simply do that by making deposits, right? Instead of, you're not trading, you're not
Mhm.
borrowing, you're not lending, you're not doing anything but simply making a deposit. Once you
providing liquidity.
provide, like you said, providing
The
liquidity.
same thing you do to banks anyway. They just make the
Exactly.
money.
So
Yep.
they take your money, they take your deposits, turn it into
Mhm.
liquidity, and they
Mhm.
loan it to other people for their house and their car. And then when those people get raped and pay, crazy numbers on their mortgage and their car note, you don't even get to participate in the rape.
Right.
You get in rape too.
Yeah.
They're doing a double rape.
Yeah. It's true.
You know, so and to avoid that though, you know, people like us, you know, people in this space and this time, you know, we're taking advantage of the information and we're also sharing it with those that are like on that frequency that are looking and seeking the opportunity to start building wealth. Like I do this shit in my sleep. I will wake up in the middle of the night and say, "Oh my God, I got $184. Let me get that." You'll never go and look at the main people who check their bank account. They want to see how much they got left.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
All that little number on the back of the card. Checking your balance. Like, hold on, let me check my balance.
Every time I look at my phone, I want to see new money. I like
money.
new money.
Yeah.
Because the old money stacked. Like back in November,
Every day, baby.
I lost that 26,000 in November because the market dropped 30%. I was sick for 3 days. Remember bankroll? I was
Yeah. Well, now what I tell you to do though? Set up
the downtrend.
Exactly.
I did not do it. I did not do it in time. I did not do it, and that shit cost me. Right?
When we first started looking at folks' finance, I said, bro, Algorand in a downtrend.
10 cents. He called it 10 cents. He said 10 cents. I went and look, when it went back up to like 18 cents or something like that, I was like, damn, bankroll might have been off a little bit. Time, and then you know you got to do is watch the chart. You know, I don't really fuck with the chart. I look at the chart just to see where it's going. I don't really care for all that. But after I lost that though, I did set up the downtrend, and then because I had to figure out how to create the downtrend with folks finance because it don't work exactly the same as other protocols. But after playing with it for a while, I got to fine tune it, and now I'm surgical with it. So then all of the people that I teach, the next time that 30% just drop happened recently, a 30% drop happened about a month ago. 2,500 off that drop though, you better believe it.
Nice.
And all of my class made hundreds, 50s, 20s, and whatever they made based on their account size, right? And that's printing money while in a bear market. That's printing money on a downtrend.
Well, I think the most important part is about having people with different skill sets in your network.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't be everything. And this is such a wide market. It's good that you had bankroll in your network to show you how to capitalize off a downtrend. You know what I'm saying? It's good that we got each other in our network, and it's like we got to begin to utilize one another. And I'm glad once again that we are here. I can't wait. I mean, I know we did something back Libra season before where I got in. I'm not even sure what I got into, but it's in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? It's in my wallet right now.
You got your coin?
Yeah. I got some Yoko. Okay. But I'm looking into the folks finance now. I was in class earlier today. I definitely want to I aspire to get a ninja badge from Bankroll because I see how those are actually paying off. You know, and you know, I definitely want to tap into everybody's network. You know, me and Michael, we've been looking to work together and synergize. I gave him his flowers earlier this week. Like, you know, it's season, you know, where your network is your net worth. And we got to start, you know what I'm saying, edifying one another and pushing each other up because this isn't common knowledge. And even if I study day and night, I'm only going to be able to see one aspect. I'm studying the intelligent investor right now. I still got to get to the candlestick guy. But once I get to Walt Knows Money, he going to tell me I don't even need to know candlesticks. I'm making money every 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you learn candlesticks, though, you make more.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's good to know.
But I mean, everybody wants to make money now. So, I mean, I can put you in the driver's seat, but guess what? Think about this. Do you really want to get in the car and drive if you don't know how?
I done did it before.
So now look, with that mindset, what's holding people up? Let's go. I told you, no minimum. So if you really ready
Yeah.
to do this,
Yeah.
get in
Listen,
and
ain't
go.
ain't nothing holding me. Like when I just heard
You,
that this
but
morning.
just
Ain't nothing holding me up. But what I'm saying is, it's like I feel like that is the new way of banking. And that is ultimately, the more people that find this out, the more people are gonna stop banking, because what I also heard in the class is that certain banks are cutting people out of buying crypto.
they
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And it's like people got to realize how important it is to get in on the ground floor right now. You know what I'm saying? When you,
Oh,
it's like it's a window of opportunity. Pretty soon
It's crack.
it's
absolutely.
gonna close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once it's closed, can't nobody help you. And it's like, okay, some people drag their feet. You know, I just pulled up an article earlier. 13 years ago today, Bitcoin was point
A
one
penny,
cent.
penny, one
What was
penny.
we doing 13 years ago today? Probably buying rims, going to the strip club or something. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like,
agreed.
Yeah, it was
Well, in
wild.
my look,
Yeah.
in my defense,
Mm.
I was getting out of prison.
hey, listen.
You know for a fact, Bitcoin was the furthest thing from my mind.
I actually learned
And I
about
was 20
Bitcoin while I
years
was,
old. I was
yeah,
20 years old.
I learned about Bitcoin while I was away. So like,
Likewise.
you know,
I got a bright spot though for us though, for all four of us. So two things, and this is about the next generation, the youth. So one, I got a project that I'm working on with a nonprofit here in Chicago that actually teaches the young men 17 to 24 life skills and about finance and law. So I'm working to get with them because I want to be a part of that. That's something I can vibe with that.
yeah,
And then like within my own class, I got a young man that's 17, he's about to be 17 or just turned 17. And he's actually helped about 5 or 6 people in the class get started, get set up. Like he's doing exactly what I was doing last year as I was still getting my feet wet and selling the class for $50. He's doing exactly the same thing, but at a level that I'm doing it now because I'm teaching him from here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he's 17 with this
Mm,
knowledge. Just said when I was
dangerous.
20, I didn't even know about Bitcoin.
yeah.
He's 17 and he has XRP at his foot. He has the knowledge of Bitcoin and he know how to private bank and teach it.
And it's a lane for
Dangerous.
everybody. You know, it's people out here in groups, not our color people, in groups that just show people how to open up a wallet
Yep.
Yeah.
and get paid for it. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I
Simple
don't
stuff.
know nothing, and it's simple stuff
I got
because
a
Yeah.
workshop coming for that.
it's
Bankroll, I
that
need to get with you too.
is that
No
many
doubt.
people that don't know about the space that that want to get familiarized with it. You know that it's just the little things, the little stuff, the nuances. They don't know what a TVL is. Is that what you just said earlier? What is a
Yep.
TVL? Explain that to the people real quick.
It's the total value locked into a protocol. So
Okay.
basically, how much liquidity is in it? How much currency is flowing? How much equity is it holding?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the so when you got to think from my perspective in the class, when you see the TVL go up, that means more money goes into that liquidity pool, into that pot, depending on how it got in there, which is where you need to know, where the money came from, which is why you should be able to track it on the blockchain and see who made this transaction. For example, I just saw 60 million go into a TVL,
Mm,
but it didn't boost up nothing besides the security, the
Mm-hmm.
strength, right? It boosted up the interest in that specific liquidity pool, right? It
Mm-hmm.
makes more people want to get there. Like the more people put their money in something because it's stronger, it's paying out.
mhm.
Then they got lending pools. Like Folks Finance is a slick platform. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you tell the people that you can loan yourself money and not have to pay it back? I just add that little piece in
Bankroll,
there.
you tell them.
Yeah, bankroll
Bankroll,
know
you
too.
tell
Like,
them. Bankroll know too. But so I mean, anybody can do this, and I like to give the examples that people are familiar with first. So like
Mm-hmm.
you can use real estate property. As long as you own your real estate property, you can go to the bank and get a loan. If you have an insurance policy, you can go to the insurance company and get a loan.
Mhm.
If you have a retirement account, you can go to your retirement account, 401k IRA, and get a loan. And certain institutions, you can have a savings account and you can get a loan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, the issue with this is interest, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay the interest back, which is most people afraid of. Credit scores, most people afraid of those because they don't understand the factors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's if you got the credit score, if you got the access to do it, you have to deal with that. What about the people that don't got credit scores and stuff? They can't even get access to them loans.
Hmm.
So this will help both of those groups of people, right? Whether you have good credit or bad credit don't matter, right? Whether you make a lot of money or a little money don't matter. This is
Mm-hmm.
about the information, the strategy, the process, the ability to do it, right? So you can literally create a loan. And I say this all the time. You're not applying for a loan. You're not asking for a loan. You're not begging someone. You're not depending on someone to do anything for you. You go to it, you sit down, you create the loan,
Mm-hmm.
and you add the value.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you add the value, this becomes your asset, and you take the equity, the liquidity, the value out of it and go use it. But you still have your assets. So back to Bankroll's point about the negative of BlackRock getting into crypto and Bitcoin. So, and this is what I look at the banks as well with people's deposits. The moment you decide to give your value to somebody else, you just gave up custody of your rights. You just gave up custody of your equity. You
Hmm.
don't got to say because you don't got the bread.
Nope.
You don't got the asset.
It's
You
not in
don't
your
have
possession.
custody of anything. So you don't got nothing to say,
Nope.
Yeah.
and that's deeper than people might think because it's a computer and it's technology. But let's keep it funky and keep it simple and use our great mind. Right? When you speak, you mean what you say. When you do something, you're intentionally doing it. And your destiny is whether it goes good or bad is your destiny because you chose to participate.
Right.
Now, when you choose not to participate, that's your destiny too. So everybody that did not invest in crypto when they heard about it or when they thought like I should, but I ain't gonna do it right now, Thursday was the opportunity to see something shake.
Right.
Right? Thursday was the opportunity to see a pump, a little, oh, this is how it works. I need to know more.
Mhm.
Right? And they made the decision not to do it yet. So it's not their turn. It's not their destiny. And a lot of people
Right.
are going to miss out on this, unfortunately, as
Oh
they
yeah.
always do. Think
What?
about the stock market.
Yeah, what about not to change subjects, but
Yeah.
I was hearing you bring up different types of things that we put our money into as a community. And I thought about insurance policies. Can insurance policies now become NFTs where we actually um
Everything will be NFT.
like
So
like that
Yeah.
we create though, like,
can we create our own insurance policies with NFTs? Is that the
yeah,
question?
yeah,
Yes, we
Yes,
can do
we can.
what you want to
Yes.
do. Like you you've already had the ability. This technology is just making it easier to
right.
do.
And more
Like,
Mhm.
like more finalized, more securitized, if
look,
that's the word.
it's automating the system that we all talk about fighting. But the
Yeah.
thing
Mhm.
is, the system is rigged, but it's rigged with you in it. It's rigged because of us. Whether we participate rigs it. If we don't participate, it rigs it. That's why you
Mhm.
got to play the game and
Mhm.
get better and find your lane or create your lane.
Right.
Or join somebody's team and benefit
Right.
that way.
Yeah, add value. Add value. I
Mhm.
Um,
definitely see that because I mean, the way I feel, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it's like people have to get in on the ground floor because they're gonna shut the average
Yeah.
I
poor
got
person out after a while. Like it's gonna be
Very,
tied
very
up
soon.
so tight,
I got a
No,
especially in
better
the
method
US,
though.
no, like
you know?
99% of the ISO tokens are pretty much bought up anyway. Like for real. That's exactly where we're going.
mm.
It's a backdoor method I got though.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. I
Well, we
mean,
we always figure
I'm
out
talking
how to
about
exploit
the,
a loophole, but they are going like
yeah.
as soon as just like with anything else, the goalpost moves. As soon as
Mm-hmm.
they realize that niggas is going through the back door,
Mm-hmm.
too many gonna get through there, and somebody gonna yell too loud at their homie that's sleeping in the back, like, come on, and then somebody gonna hear it, and then they gonna shut it. And now
Yeah.
we gotta find it's gonna be always, finding another back door, but at some point you're gonna get so far from that back door you might not want to keep going back there for people. I don't know. I mean, we
No,
don't know what your destiny is.
We build it. We just build our own. That's the back door. That's the trick. That's the secret.
Oh, yes.
Right. That's what they try. That's the big distraction.
Yeah.
Use it, don't use it, use it, don't use it, use it, don't use it. But look, this is still theirs. They controlling this.
Yeah.
The whole time they steady buying it up.
I have created a classroom, right? And I've created a token for the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
So the class has its own cryptocurrency. It's its own ecosystem already. The class already has NFTs that go to the class. The class I even got a lottery that I created. So every Monday, somebody win $100 USDC in the class. Every Monday. And all you got to do is buy the ticket. The raffle lottery ticket's a raffle lottery ticket. You buy it, NFT, you hold it. If you do not win, you can sell your ticket back to the game.
That's something like Bankrolls NFT. Like I think somebody made what was that price point that somebody made off your NFT?
Which one?
It was the Bankroll Ninja. I think I want to say it was 144,000, but my eyes might have been playing tricks on me.
Oh no. So I'm right now I'm auctioning off this NFT that I just created, which was my Coinbase call that I made on July the 5th, and it went up like 40 something percent the other day. You know what I'm saying? So I made that call on July the 5th and was telling people like, hey, you should buy Coinbase. You know what I'm saying? Not financial advice, but dollar cost average. So what I did was I tokenized it and I put it on the blockchain, and now I took it off of Facebook and I made it into an NFT where people can actually purchase that call. Now, if the price of that NFT actually auctions off and it ends up being $144,000, then it's going to be worth $144,000 worth of Ethereum. Now, what happens when Ethereum's price goes back up to $4,000 per Ethereum?
That's times too
now,
much math.
Hold on, let me pull my chart up. I got you on the charts. Hold on, let's see. Let's see how much we would be looking at right quick. Hold on the weekly. And I'm looking for Ethereum to go back to that price. So
that's what they're predicting. Ethereum going back up. And I'm saying because I'm still not good on my candlesticks yet.
That's 109% return.
Yeah.
So now that $144,000 is now worth $288,000 worth of Ethereum. And now you can go to a platform like NFT-Fi and be like, hey, this NFT is worth $288,000. I want to take out a loan against it.
That's gonna change the game.
You never even sold the NFT though. All you did was take out a loan.
Right.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You still retain the NFT.
Still holding.
You still holding it. So that's the whole purpose of cryptocurrency. You want to still hold the value. You do not want to ever let the dollar go that you are currently holding. All you want to do is take out loans against the dollars that you do have.
Because that saves you from capital gains tax, right?
Exactly. If it's always a debt, there's no taxes on debt.
All right. That's now I like that method of teaching. Staying away from capital gains tax. Now, let's just say when XRP shot up to 80, you take profits, but you just put it into another coin. That's no capital gains tax as well, right?
I would just borrow against the value instead of just, you know what I'm saying, swapping into another asset, because if you swap into another asset, it is capital gains tax. But if you take out a loan against that XRP, then it's not capital gains tax.
Okay. All right. I still got
borrow money for everything.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And that's what decentralized finance is for.
I got a question.
Want to take out a loan. What you got, bro?
Damn, I almost forgot the question. What we were just talking about? Oh man, I just forgot that quick saying that. All right, the taxes. You know, I got a class with Dennis coming up about the bill pay class. Teach people how to pay their bills.
Right.
So you said if you take it from one asset to the next, there is capital gains tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know we still waiting on regulations to make some clarity for everybody so they can really know how to do it. Until then, just we run it how we run it. So there's a transaction in real estate, right? Where the 1031 exchange, right? 1035, I think one of those, whatever it is. And basically you take a, you know, let's just say a 16 unit property. Instead of selling it and cashing out, you just to buy another 16 unit property that's worth, you know, let's just say it's bigger or worth more to just move the money over. You avoid taxes that way, or you get a bigger property and you avoid taxes that way. So I'm looking at this personally. If I had $700 in crypto and then it went up to $1,000, essentially 300 in capital gains, right? But then wait, what about the fact that I borrowed that $700 from myself, right? See, so I borrowed $700 from myself because I wanted to put it in here and test it out, blah blah blah, right? It's an investment. It's my private investment at that. And then it goes up to 1,000. I take the 300 and I say, you know what? I'm going to take this 300 off of my money that I owe, right? And I'm gonna pay myself back first. Right. I'm gonna make sure I pay myself back because I borrowed the money from myself. And then I'm gonna borrow the money again. And then I'm gonna add it to a new cryptocurrency.
Well, I like that.
So that's the 2023 exchange.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's dope. I like that. Yeah. I can see that.
Hey, yo, so I think it's important that nowadays, and it just brings me to a point, like people have to start creating their own communities of, you know.
That's what cryptocurrency is all about. It's about creating your own community. You can create, and we talked about this last week.
Exactly.
You can create your own value as long as you have people who are willing to accept that value. I didn't say money. I said value. There's a difference. People always equate money to dollars, and you know what I'm saying? The shit get fuzzy when you start talking about money, because there is no such thing as money on some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Energy.
So it's all energy. So it's the energy that you are willing to accept as a form of payment.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey, peace, y'all. Hey, I gotta run. Daddy duty call.
All
right. Thanks for joining us. Hey, plug yourself one more time before you go. Where we can find you?
Wall knows money on everything. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. You'll catch me on the morning. Come up. I'll teach people how to make money every 4 seconds. All right. I'm out.
All right. Peace.
Good to see you, Walt.
Peace, bro.
So, yeah, tribes, communities, churches, 508c1As.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Me and the homie just had a conversation about that.
That
can go deep too.
I mean, deeper than we ever know, because
that can go deep.
And it's I think it's very, very important that we I start to take it seriously. Like, I have a 508c1A. I got my minister's ordainment license, all that stuff.
Okay.
But how to transfer that and communicate that to the blockchain and where the world is going, and making sure I stay within those confines, like, I think is very important. Like, I'm just thankful to have y'all come on and expose a piece of that, because tribalism is very important nowadays. I don't think people really understand. And I want to say something about the title, Flintstone or Jetsons, because I actually took the time to watch the Flintstones and the Jetsons, and then I thought about my childhood, and I actually like the Flintstones better than the Jetsons as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that might be very taboo, but I did. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's. I think there's something to that, because I believe that's very common. A common sentiment.
it's
You know, I
like
feel
they
the
were
same way.
very. I feel like they were very happy. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
They were.
very, very,
They were.
very,
They were
very happy.
very happy.
Yeah, they
So
didn't know. It's like you don't know what you don't know. You know, that's
Yep.
their first stage, right? So
Yep.
they didn't. They didn't
Agreed.
know.
I thought it
Hmm.
was very ironic that I'm trying to be a Jetson now, and
But
I
you love
Yeah.
the
like the
Flintstones
Flintstones. You
deep
know what
down.
Because you resonate with the Flintstones. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm saying?
yeah,
You
yeah.
resonate
Yeah,
with the Flintstones.
Mm-hmm.
You understand where they're coming from. You
Mm-hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
going through the same exact motions that they're going through on the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So really, that's really why you like the Flintstones more than you like the Jetsons.
Mm.
Yeah, and
See.
I mean, I think I definitely want Jetson money, but I feel like they weren't as happy.
No, man,
Mm-hmm.
what? They were still
Mm-hmm.
getting, they were still, you know what I'm saying? What's called Jetson, he was still working.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was still working. Dude was still
Yeah.
going to work. He
I'm glad
wasn't
I
well
heard that. Yeah.
off. He was
Yeah.
making sprockets. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he, although
Getting
it was
cussed out by his
automated,
boss and everything, man. It's
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
I
It's
don't think I
something
like
that you think you want, but it's deeper than just, oh, what's on the surface or
it. Right.
what cryptocurrency is and what it can do. It's more to it than just us wanting to build wealth. Like you just
Yeah.
said, we got to build communities where
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
building wealth. And it's got to start with our own families.
Mm-hmm.
It
Deep breath
has
on
to.
that one.
It
Yeah.
has to.
That's
I don't care.
yeah.
They
I'm gonna
not
say,
with they not there,
listen,
bro.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
listen
I'm
to
an
me.
anomaly in my family. They are just
No, we
not
are.
there.
Listen,
Yeah.
I
we all are. We
Yeah.
all
Yeah. Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. We
and
all
I
the
just
black
can't
sheep.
drag. I can't. Listen. I have all my life. I feel like I've been dragging and talking to brick walls.
mm-hmm,
And at this point, I want to work with those that want to work with me. I'm looking for those that are looking for me, and I want to
mm-hmm,
work with the willing. My
yeah,
Bars.
family may not be my blood relatives. It may be the family that
Bars.
I create,
More
through
bars.
trust,
true,
through
true,
More
other
bars.
avenues. You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like it can't be like that. Like
But
I know it sound like it's supposed to be, and I'm in a place. I'm in Jamaica. Let me tell you, my neighborhood. This is the first time like in the U.S. I see everywhere is like single family home, and I was like, well, what's a single family home? Everybody, what does that mean? Single
mhm,
family. This is
Yeah.
the first place where I've been where I've actually seen what a multi-family home is, where like they like castles where grandma, auntie, uncle, everybody,
Generations.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? In the same house. The houses are so fucking big, freaking
Yeah.
big, man. It's like,
mhm,
okay, now I know what a
yeah,
multi-family house is and like
yeah,
what,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what it looks like and what it looks like to have like a tribe. But even here, it's like after the generations, now you got, maybe a couple cousins there and then they boyfriend come in and out and maybe they renting a room out and it's not
mhm.
it's not the same. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
it's not. But at the end of the day, you gotta repair home first. Can't repair the world. You gotta
No,
repair home first. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? So, and that's something my pops taught me before he passed away. He said, "You busy trying to save the world, and your home is in shambles." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm trying to save the world, and shit, I'm getting into it with my wife. No,
yeah.
I got to make her understand first what I'm doing.
Right.
I got to make my family understand first what I'm doing. They need to understand that we can really build wealth and we can have a level of trust because really, I'm telling you, that's really all it is to it. It's nobody trusts somebody else with the money.
Right.
That's all it
Right.
is. That's
Yeah.
all it really is.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
else trusts anybody else with the money.
Yeah.
So with the blockchain, you can see it.
Yeah.
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 You gotta
Yeah.
worry
You
Yeah.
about
see
that.
it. You
Yeah.
control it. And we can
Trustless.
set up a situation where unless everybody is on the call all at the same time and everybody push that button, can't
In the
nobody get shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the idea, but they won't even.
Yeah.
It's like because you know how it is. I
I
done been to
do.
jail. I'm the person that's never been to college, so they listen to
Man, listen.
College Joe over
Let
there.
me let me
You know
tell
what
you
I'm
something.
saying?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. I never even graduated high school,
Mm.
and I done touched more money than all of my family members.
Yeah, yeah. They done seen me do more than
I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna be shameful to say it. I know I have.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you choose not to listen to me, you go listen to somebody else, and they telling you the same exact shit that I'm telling you, but you gonna believe them before you believe me. Cool.
It's like it's disrespectful. You will go pay somebody
Yeah,
$250 to tell you what a trust is, and I'm telling you what a trust is.
yeah.
Giving you
hmm
the books. You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
they'll always see you as that other person. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
right.
They'll
yeah.
always see you as little neat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Running
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
around. You went to
Yeah,
jail. All of that
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
can't
They
you
won't
can't
see
front
you as the new person. Like with
right.
mm,
me, motherfuckers don't. My family members don't know Bankroll. They're like, who the hell is Bankroll? I know Chris.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, who the hell is Bankroll? Like,
Yeah,
why is Chris getting all this love on his Facebook post? Like,
Right.
what's
yeah,
going on?
yeah.
It is what it is. But we still gotta we have to build something for those family members because I'm tired of getting calls from my
hmm
cousins and my aunties and
hmm
everybody fucked up in the family.
hmm hmm
Yeah.
I'm tired of those
Yeah,
calls.
yeah, man. I feel you.
We
Mm.
gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. We
That's a
can't
fact.
fix shit
You
else
can be.
until we fix the family.
That's the foundation. You're
That's
right.
that's church right there. That's you preaching right
Yeah,
now.
you're
You
preaching
preaching right now, for
for
real.
sure.
Real talk.
It can be done.
It
Mm,
can.
yeah.
As long as we put that whatever happened to the side.
Ego got to go to the side. That's all it is.
Push it to
Emotion.
the side. I
Yeah.
don't care what happened. Whatever
hmm
happened, it happened. It was some bullshit. We
Yeah.
here now.
Right.
And
What we
we
doing?
gotta
How we
put it
move
all on
forward?
the we putting it all on the table right now. You know what I'm
For
saying? I
real.
feel you. I
Let's
feel you.
let's
Like,
let's have a conversation right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hmm
yeah. Got it. Got it.
So that's really
Um,
where the all of this starts. Real shit.
that's that's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm glad I
Man.
actually took my separation from my family to get my mind right because it
Absolutely.
it took a quote stands out in my head like it's not for other people to understand you, it's for you to make yourself understood. And when
Hmm.
one of my mentors used to say that to me, I'm like, man, I'm not making my if you don't understand me, then you just don't understand. It ain't meant for you to understand. I'm gonna go to the next person. You know what I'm saying? But
For sure.
when it comes to people that matter, like your family, it really is you just like you said, like autistic kids learn different. Children,
They
every
do.
child learns
hmm
different. You gotta
Yeah.
really
Language
learn
model.
how to, you know what I'm saying, make yourself understood because ultimately at the end of the day, it only edifies you and your purpose moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Now, so
Right.
let's go ahead and dive back into crypto right quick, or really back into this technology that we're talking about.
Yeah.
hmm
So everybody doesn't understand the same, right? We're all speaking different languages.
Mhm.
Right.
You can simplify that shit with artificial intelligence.
Ooh,
You can simplify that with artificial intelligence.
I never
You can
thought
add, you can ask artificial intelligence to tell you how to
about that.
educate an autistic child on cryptocurrency that is 5 years old, and it's going to give you an answer.
Man, you could tell them how to educate your brother that don't want to listen to nothing.
That you can put in the parameters on that individual
You
who you're
can.
trying to teach.
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. I don't
Artificial
know why I
intelligence
never thought about that. Shoot. Like
just change the whole goddamn language barrier.
AI is something that's here to stay. I don't know why people demonize it. It's $100 billion industry in the US and planning on going 20-fold by
Hey,
2030.
people who feel
Um,
what they can't understand. Now I said it. I'm gonna repeat it.
Absolutely.
People
Absolutely.
feel what they
And but
can't
all
understand.
you're doing is just asking questions. That's all you're doing. You're
That's it. It's
talking
so
to it in a basic form. And
yeah,
over time, it will learn you, the
yeah.
person
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
asking the question.
Yeah.
So before
exactly.
you even ask the question, this is gonna be automatically answering that shit. Like, oh yeah, so We
It's
knew
all
that you
about
were
the
gonna come
prompts.
back, so now we already created the prompt for you to
Hmm.
understand the next lesson that you are about to get ready to teach.
And it's getting better because I'm in a machine learning course now with Vanguard University, and it's like,
Dope,
you know, you can get a little Coursera machine learning
dope.
certificate and get like $125,000 a year. Like they hiring. Chat GPT itself
Oh
is
man,
hiring. What?
yeah.
Listen,
It's
the space is so vast. I
oh,
don't
it's
think a lot of us really grasp what time it is in the world right now.
not
Mm-mm,
for
You
real
know what I'm
though.
saying? Like
we don't.
Now
I work
you just
remote and I work maybe 2 to 3 hours a day.
right,
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of my day is for me or
right.
administrative work to create, to
Beautiful.
do whatever I want to. And it's like people look at work like, oh, I don't want to work for nobody, da, da, da," and I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like I do. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like
Most definitely.
Beautiful,
I don't even feel like
beautiful.
I do. I just collect checks and invest, figure out which
Woo!
ways to invest them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
Bar.
Make your money make money.
That's it.
Make your
That's what
money
it's
make
for.
money. That's all we're doing. That's
Yeah.
it.
Your
That's
and
all
money's
we're
supposed to be like
keep
supposed to
surrounding
be like
myself
making
with people
babies.
smarter than me, keep
Mm-hmm.
building on my skill sets because the
doing.
world gonna keep moving forward. It's gonna keep rotating
It's
and this shit gonna keep changing, you know?
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So
It's either that or you're gonna be able to, you're gonna have to get ready for the universal basic income because that's what they got coming for
Exactly.
people.
so
That's what they
that's
call.
Exactly.
different from CBDC.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So the CBDC, that's just central bank digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
But the UBI, like that's a program that they already did multiple test runs. You know, the pandemic when they was giving out the stimulus packages and stuff. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was a test run for the universal basic income. Like we had it for the 32-hour work week. Like you can Google HR 4728. That's a
So
32-hour work week act.
we got Fed now,
Yeah.
CBDC, and universal basic income. Now, the only reason why I didn't really delve into these is because I know they coming and they know like I didn't even get my folks was living on the high horse during the pandemic, getting the
Oh
extra
yeah.
600.
Money was
And
everywhere.
I
You
was
get a
still
check. You get
working
a check.
because
You get a check.
yeah, I was still working
they
because I ain't
printed.
know how to stop. I ain't
They
know how to
printed.
stop. You know what
They
I'm
printed
saying?
up more. They printed up more money during the pandemic than was ever printed in the history of the whole U.S.
Those are the
But
facts.
hey,
Those are
yeah,
the
Uh,
facts.
tell them
And
again.
the people at the top touch the money first.
Mm-hmm. That
they
part.
did. They did.
They touch the money first.
They
That
did.
part. So
Nobody else
that's
touches the money before the
so
people at the top.
that part. So I'm saying all that to say this. That's one of the major reasons why we're in the position that we're in. Well, the predicament that we're in right now. And they
Man.
just keep raising the debt ceiling. And debt ceiling ain't got no roof. Just whatever.
Mm-mm.
Print it up.
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
they just trying to. It's like they do. It's like a stall. It's like they're just trying to stall what what's inevitable. And
Mhm.
that's all. And they
I
had to
thought
have
it.
a good. No, go ahead.
I thought it started with Obama in 2008 because he did the first stimulus.
Really?
Actually,
When they
that,
bailed out the bankers.
if I'm not mistaken, that was not the first stimulus. If I'm not
I
mistaken,
was about to say, I thought back in the
Bush.
80s was the first
Yeah,
bailout.
yeah. I guess yeah. That's
Really?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
yeah.
wasn't the
Oh
first
yeah,
stimulus.
back in the
This
day.
Oh,
Have you
that's
ever
nothing
heard
new.
of what
Yeah,
is it, Black Tuesday?
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's nothing new. The
yeah.
stimulus is nothing new. That was just the first time they did it in a while. But
oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay.
anyway, the whole thing is, this what I was getting at. Like I don't want to get too far deep into the rabbit hole,
Come on,
but this
man, go,
whole
go.
this whole pandemic
Uh-huh.
was, and this is no disrespect to anybody who lost anybody to COVID. Like it was real, but after COVID, nobody was dying of heart attacks. Nobody was dying of AIDS.
Nope.
Nobody was dying of HIV. Everybody died of COVID,
Yep.
right? But
That's a
how
fact.
much money was, how many checks was cut behind that from the what's that the CDC?
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Like that was a whole money grab.
Yeah.
But they had to do that to get people's attention on something else while this whole monetary this great reset is what's happening.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think they took out a lot of retired people that was set to retire. It was like
Oh, the
Oh
pensions,
yeah. Oh yeah. You
yeah,
talking about
like
like
pensions,
the population
pensions
control?
get robbed all the time.
not it was like June 6th of I want to say either last year or the last year 2022. It was like the most baby the last of the baby boomers that was set to retire, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Here's another.
and it
Good.
was going to like drain the market because they said baby boomers were the hardest working and millennials didn't really work that hard. So they knew they didn't want to pay out all of those social
Yeah.
securities because it would drain the economy or something like that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I lost my mother, so it's like at that time, and she was set to fully retire at that time. So it's like for me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it was
Absolutely.
always a setup. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I don't feel no type of way with saying it was a setup because
Right. And the crazy part about it, here's another interesting thing, right? I believe it was May. Y'all can fact check me. Don't come at me in the comments if I was off, about a month or whatever. But just here past recently, the Joe Biden officially announced that the pandemic was over. I don't see nobody talking about it.
mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
You're not going to. You're not going to.
Nobody.
But that's all they
You're not
talked
going
about for years. That's all they
Yeah,
talked about. But now it's supposedly over and ain't nobody talking about it. But all of a
fear,
sudden,
bro.
Fed now, all of a
Fear.
sudden, bricks, all of a sudden, come on, man. People think
All
you're
of this,
So
crazy.
all of
we
this.
gotta stay tuned because election season coming up. So you know it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
talked about.
Oh yeah. And bricks got that meeting coming up in August too. So
What's supposed
I
to
don't know.
happen in August? They keep saying
They
they keep saying to look out for August.
I think it's the meetings in Johannesburg, South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And this is because of what's going on with what we're talking about.
Hmm.
This is the first meeting after, I think this is the first meeting they've had since the pandemic. I might be wrong, but
Mm.
this is going to set the tone globally for what's going to happen to the USD because these people are coming together against the USD in
Mm-hmm.
August. You watch. I'm not jumping out the window today like I did last week, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you now, don't be surprised when you see, another boogeyman come out the blue or whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? After this meeting in August.
I can see that happening. I can see that happening if nothing else. I can see um XRP going up
Oh yeah, that's
again.
going.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like or either like
I said before, it's just the beginning. That's definitely going to keep going up. Like I forget how much came into the market last week. Was it 30 billion?
Let me see.
Uh, yeah. So how much of that came in was XRP or 40? I might be off 20. I don't know, but it was a lot.
it's just
So
crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
so that's just the like I said, that's just the first sign. That's just the first pump. Like what was talking about, that was just a pump.
So Michael, can
And
you
when these
tell us
regulations,
what's your Bitcoin campus about?
okay, so basically, what we do at Bitcoin Campus, it's not mine. I'm just a partner with my brother Ken Lockhart. He reached out to me. I was going through a tough time. I had just lost business with some business partners that didn't work. So
Okay.
he showed me Bitcoin Campus, and I'm like, man, this is what we was pretty much trying to do, and it's a better version, a sleeker, cleaner, all put together, website, everything good. So basically, what we do at Bitcoin Campus, I mean, it was right what I needed to do. So what we do is we help educate uh, newbies, advanced people, intermediate, anybody who wants to learn what we're talking about today, stuff like this, blockchain, Web3, NFTs.
So it's
So
like classes.
So basically, we have 3 coin strategy calls a week. We're having one
Okay.
right now. I'm actually missing one today. I missed them the last couple weeks over here with y'all. So we
Okay.
have 3 coin strategy calls every week, and they also get access to the Telegram groups and 30 days of one-on-one mentorship with myself or either my partner,
Okay.
and a ton of bonuses, income generating opportunities, portals, like the community, like we were talking about. That's the main thing when it comes to crypto. You got to have a community. you really want to learn. Like you got a lot of people out here winging it, trying to figure this stuff out on their own, and
Mhm.
just like prime example. I won't call nobody out, but somebody was no, not you. Somebody was on my post last week, talking about you know getting their XRP off Coinbase. I'm like, well, good luck. Hopefully you can get it. Because we seen this movie before. But
Mhm.
these new people, you can't tell them nothing.
Well,
So
I feel you because it's like people they see and they think they learn it, and they probably for good reason have smart people on their timeline. They see XRP, they go and they invest in it. They might
hmm
even see somebody say put it on, an external wallet. They do that, but they don't know what dollar cost averaging is, and they
no,
think that
no,
okay, I
yeah,
put maybe $2,000 in
yeah, it's
XRP,
go
and
it's
when I
go
see
double.
it, what I'm saying is I'm a, well, are we rich yet?
Yeah, we
You know what
rich.
I'm saying? It's like
One
no,
Lambo.
these people that's happy and that's celebrating over this 80-cent spike, they've been dollar cost averaging. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely,
they've been sacrificing. They didn't just put
absolutely.
something there and wait for
Yeah,
bamboos to grow. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
Like
no.
exactly.
you
I
gotta
got a.
know.
I actually got a homie that got in before XRP was before a penny.
Mm.
Hey yo, I remember when this dude, I thought he was like a Russian spy, was on my like he was on me like I'm talking about XRP, invest in Ripple is the new thing, is gonna be the new technology, da 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 da. I don't know where he went to, but all his hash I'm talking about years ago,
Wow,
Mhm.
before the pandemic. And oh man, I'm telling you, I wish I would have listened to that. But
man,
everybody was saying, "Oh, it's a shit coin." Da,
Yeah,
da, da, da.
that's
banking
another thing
coin.
too. We got to learn to do our own research. You
I
know.
Yeah,
know. But
yeah,
see, even when I
and
did my own research, I saw, people was like, okay, look at the usability. And I'm like, okay,
and
well, they can only use it in China. And I'm like, well, unless I'm moving to China, what good is it going to be for me here?
right,
I
and
couldn't
we
see the
gotta,
vision.
and we have to remember that we can't use our emotions when it comes to investing. Like investing is all
Mhm.
about utility. What's it for? And can I speculate that this is going to go up or down? Like that's all it's about. Period.
Mhm.
Simple.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
and we tend to complicate stuff. Overthinking and whatever else.
It,
Exactly.
it's very important that we get in on the ground floor with all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm missing
Oh
Joe.
yeah, I'm glad you said that again. I wanted to bring this back up too. So because Walt brought it up earlier. So basically, what's going to happen is you're going to have to meet these what they call accredited investor threshold, right?
Mhm.
So basically, that's how they're going to be locking people out of crypto. If you
Mhm.
don't have X amount of dollars, you can't even get in.
Yep.
Like that's where it's headed. So that's why we're so adamant about getting people on board to the blockchain.
They
Mhm.
already doing that with people trading
Been
options.
doing it. Absolutely, been doing it already.
No, I mean like
Mhm.
now you gotta have like $20,000 to do
Yeah,
certain plays with options with
yeah,
TD
yeah. I
TD
think on Binance,
Ameritrade.
didn't Binance do it too already? Like they said you had to have like 100 grand or something like that. I could be wrong. One of
I
them
think
did.
they made it to where you can't get into the innovation zone unless you KYC on their platform, and then I think you did have to have like 20 or $30,000.
Okay, I knew it was something. I thought I saw
Yeah,
So
Binance
yeah.
y'all
before.
listening in the audience, please, if you have not found your way into this space, reach out to one of these
Yeah,
brothers that you have seen here.
yeah.
At worst, reach out to me and I can connect
I
you to
mean,
where you need to be, or either prep you to get to where you need to be, because I can at least get you a wallet open. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. We
No.
try to help
So
people
that
for
you
pennies.
ready. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Straight up. But
Crazy.
I mean, I'm into creating the community space. So even
Mhm.
if you reach out
Likewise.
to me, then at least you know that you'll be connected to someone that has a community of people with different skill sets that can get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, we can't one lady, she inboxed me and was like, she appreciated everything and the jewels that you guys dropped. She gave everybody their flowers. And I
Yeah,
just
I saw
basically
that.
told her, make sure that inform your family because obviously you're the chosen one to
Yep.
do that. And she's like, I
Yep.
Yeah,
honestly feel that way. So it's like
Yeah.
people, you got these one-off
come
people
on.
that separated far and wide across the world. Like we got to come together. If this is our meeting place, let this be our meeting place. We don't always have to talk about finance. We could talk about relationships, but know that finance is going to be the foundation. We can live like the Flintstones, but just have Jetson money and
That's right.
equity coming in where
That's
we
right.
getting, automated payments and things like that. So, life
Abundance
is
is our
abundant.
birthright.
Abundance is our
Absolutely.
birthright. Come out
Absolutely.
here. I'm waiting on y'all to come on out here and experience Jamaica and these waterfalls with me,
Oh
man.
yeah, for
For
Coconut
sure.
sure.
water.
Absolutely.
Definitely time for
you
another
know,
I'm
trip.
I'm definitely gonna make the time for it. So
you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But
Absolutely.
as we close out, we just want to make sure, did we cover everything?
Uh, let me check my notes real quick. Yeah, I think so. Um, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, because Walt. One thing I want to say, I think Walt covered a lot of stuff.
You
I think
did. You did.
yeah,
you
Walt
yeah,
did.
covered a lot.
I,
I
think
ain't even
yeah,
have to speak for real.
You
Walt
know?
yeah. I
covered
know
damn
it's
near
all
the
good
whole
though.
show.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like that. The commodity versus security versus currency. I think we did a pretty good job covering
Yeah.
that with Walt. I think Walt did that. That was the only thing I could think of.
I'm
Hmm.
Uh,
wondering. I'm wondering. Is it any tax difference in those? Did I ask that question already? Is it any tax difference in the commodity versus security versus
I don't
currency?
think we touched on that. Did he touch on that?
Nope, we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah, we didn't touch on that. That's maybe something for the next one.
I'll
Mhm.
make sure I research that because taxes is
Um,
my thing.
right.
For sure.
Speaking of, it's another one you got to research too. HR. So I gave you HR 4728. That was the 32-hour work week act. This next one is HR 2811, and that's the Limit, Save, and Grow Act. Like, so
Mm,
you know how what they do? They call these. I think it's what they call a pork belly bill. How they just
yeah,
stuff things in the bill and get stuff on through. People not even paying attention.
yeah,
So
Mhm.
that's kind of like one of those bills you want to look at real close because uh, Biden did that loan forgiveness or whatever, and
mhm,
people kind of was tripping on that. Now they got some legislation coming in behind that, like, and they're sneaking in some uh, some language about that loan in this bill.
Mhm.
It's
okay,
called the Limit, Save, and Grow Act. So you definitely want to
Okay.
do some research on that.
all
But
right, well,
that's pretty much all I had, I think.
all right,
Uh,
well, let us know where we can find you, brother. There's a lot of comments, so make sure y'all check those comments. I don't know if they're directed to anybody. I wasn't able to keep up with them,
it's all
but
good. So okay, yeah, I'll go. So, if you want to, reach out to me, you can reach out through text. I'll give my number out again because I'm a real person, right? I'm real. You can text my phone and I'll text you back. Just don't call. 843-472-3332. And if you like my shirt, I make money in my PJs. You probably won't be able to get this one, but you can get something similar on the website www.shopmyelife.com. That's www.shopmyelife.com. That's for entrepreneurial apparel, entrepreneur life apparel. If that's what you're about, you definitely got some clothes over there for you to motivate and build your brand, your personal brand. So that's pretty much what I have. I appreciate being on here again. Hopefully I'll be back on here soon.
and Mr. Bankroll, want to
No
let 'em know.
doubt. I just want to say I appreciate y'all for having me on the show. Anybody can reach out to me. If you can find me on social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Bankroll Wealth Builders. You can also Google Bankroll Wealth Builders. It'll always pop up on a Google search. And shoot me a message if you really want to dig into this information and really find out what decentralized finance is all about. That's where you can find me. So again, appreciate y'all for even allowing me to be on the show, and I really appreciate the panel. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah,
really
man.
do some great things together.
Beautiful. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Once again, thank y'all both. Thank you, Mr. Walt Knows Money. We're gonna
All
have
right.
some different topics coming up in the next couple of weeks, but At some point, we're gonna touch on this finance again because it's very imperative, especially in August, maybe the end of August, beginning of September. We'll come back and do something else. I'm Network Neek. You know how I do. Networking you, connecting you to everything you need to get what you need to get done, get you and your family straight. And this has been another powerful, powerful live on Black Space Live. Y'all join us next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to be back again doing it in full effect. Thank y'all again. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm Network Neek on all social media platforms. Peace.